Welcome to the New Life Baptist Academy online tutorial library. This is the voice of Mr. Nader. This tutorial is all about flash drives. Flash drives are very important to the students in my Computers for Success class because it enables them to download their homework onto the flash drive and work on it in class, and then take the flash drive home and finish it up or work on it some more at home, and then bring it to class the next session. So flash drives are very important, and the students need to always have their homework on their flash drives. This tutorial will tell you how to do that. So let's get started learning. First thing we need to do is put the flash drive into the computer. So to do that, find a USB slot on the computer. They usually come in pairs. They're a little rectangular slot or port, and there's usually a pair of them in the front. Maybe on a laptop they're on the side. There's always a pair of them at least on the back of a desktop computer. Find a USB slot, stick the flash drive into it. If it doesn't go in easily, rotate the flash drive 180 degrees and it should slip right in. Now you need to make sure that the flash drive is working. To do that, we need to see if we can find it in my computer. To do that, go down to the lower left-hand corner of your desktop, go to the Start button, click once, and this sub-window comes up, which gives you the chance to go into, on the right side, My Documents, My Recent Documents, My Pictures, My Music. What we want is My Computer. Click once on My Computer, and what comes up is a view of all of the possible hard drives that are available to you. If your view on your computer doesn't look like this, it's because you're not viewing it as a list. You may be viewing it as tiles. The way you can tell is to go to the View tab up here, not File, not Edit, but to the right of that View, click once, go to Tiles, and if your computer view looks like this, I would prefer you to go to View again and view it as a list, which cleans up the desktop and allows you to view them in alphabetical order. So our options are this one, local disk C:. The local disk is C:, is always the main hard drive of your computer. So that's not going to be the removable flash drive. This is a second option, the DVD drive, but that's the tray where you record and play DVDs and CD-ROMs, so that's obviously not our flash drive either. So it could be this one, removable disk E:. On your machine, your flash drive may be called E:, it may be called something else depending on how many slots are being used, how many USB slots are being used already. It may be called removable disk, it may be called flash drive, it may be called SanDisk or jump drive or PNM or PNY. There's a lot of things it could be called. If you don't recognize it by name, select it like this, right click and click once to open. Now if you look in the upper left hand corner, you see that it's looking in the removable disk E:. And then you look and see if anything looks familiar in there, and it does to me. This is obviously inside my flash drive, and just to make sure, I put a folder and named it This is Mr. Nader's flash drive. So I know now, I can conclude from this that my flash drive's in the computer and it seems to be working fine. So I can go to the upper right hand corner, hit the X and close this, and now I'd like to try to call up a document, put a document onto the flash drive, see if it's working. So I can close this billboard about this tutorial, don't need to save it, and now I want to call up a blank Word document. And if you've been in my class, you know that I suggest strongly you always keep a blank Word document handy, like in the middle of your desktop. And watch how handy this is. I just go to it, I double click on it, and Word comes up, and there is my blank Word document. So I'm just going to type anything in here. I'm going to type anything in here just to have some words in the document so we can see if we can copy it onto our flash drive. So there's our, oops, oh my goodness. We can copy it onto our flash drive. So now we want to save this Word document onto our flash drive. So we don't hit save. We go up to the upper left-hand corner to the Office button, and we are going to pick the Save As element, and then we're going to go slide to the right and go all the way to the top to the Word document. We're going to click once there, and then this Save As window comes up. And there's two things we always need to tell the computer when we're saving as. We need to tell it where we want to save it, and the second thing is, what do we want to call it? I always suggest we start first at the top with where do you want to save it in. And to do that, this is initializing some folders. We don't need that. So we just gonna go in. Oops, pardon me. We don't want to save it into the desktop. We want to save it into My Computer. So go to this left-hand column, not Trusted Templates, not Recent Documents, not Desktop, not My Documents, but click once on My Computer, and you'll see looks like a very familiar directory, all the possible places we could save this. Well, we know we don't want to save it on our local disk. We know we don't want to save it on our DVD drive. So we know we want to save it on our removable disk. So we double click on that, and it moves that name up to the top in the Save In ribbon and says we're going to put this on our removable disk E, and this all looks very familiar. There's my two folders. Then the second thing we need to do is tell it the file name. So I'm going to call this new file name for sample, just to see if this is a sample document name that we can put onto our flash drive. So then I go to the lower right hand corner, hit the Save button, and what you see is that we bounced back to the main Word document that we were typing. You'll know that you were correctly able to make it a save as if you look at the upper title on the window at the very top, and it says New File Name for Sample, which is the file name of this document. So it looks like it's been saved to our flash drive, but let's make sure. Let's close out of Word by going to the upper right hand corner, hitting the X once. Now we're out of Word. Now we're going to go down to the lower left hand corner again, just like we did before. Hit the Start button, go to My Computer, not My Documents, Pictures, Music, but My Computer. Hit it once. Our directory comes up. We select Removable Disk, which we know is my flash drive. Right-click, click Open, and there is our new file name for sample, which is the document that we created. So we're liking this. We know now that we've created a document, put it onto a flash drive, and if we double-click on it, once we're in the flash drive, it comes right up, and bada bing, there is our document. So let's close that again, upper right-hand corner. Now we know how to do this. Close this in the upper right-hand corner. Now there's only one more thing we have to do, and that's to remove our flash drive safely. To do that, go to the lower right-hand corner, and you will see in the toolbar in the lower right-hand corner of your screen a icon that has a little floppy disk icon and a green arrow pointing to the left. If you hover over that, you'll see it says Safely Remove Hardware. If you double click on that, what will come up is a window like this, and then you'll say, yep, that's the device I want to stop. So you click Stop, and then you want to select one of the ones that comes up in this sub window, and it's always the last one, the disk drive. So select that, hit OK, and then you should see a window pop up that says Safe to Remove the Hardware. At that point, just pull the flash drive out of the computer, and you're done. And we're done. That concludes this tutorial. Thanks for learning.